Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, if you'll turn on your camera and unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Joseph Gonzalez, cause number 2022-0C00119. We're here on defense counsel's motion to withdraw. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. May I have an announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state is ready.
And Daniel Avalar for the defense, Your Honor.
You are Joseph Gonzalez.
Yes, ma'am, I am Joseph Gonzalez.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you've been given this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What do you have, Mr. Avalar?
Good morning, Judge. It's a motion to withdraw, and the grounds for that motion, Judge, is a failure to comply with contractual obligations, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, apparently you haven't paid your attorneys. What seems to be the problem?
Well, when I had gotten out, my dad, before I had gotten out, my dad, I guess he had lost his job for a good couple of weeks or something like that. And then he ended up getting it back. And then like ever since they had started cutting his hours more. And then finally work started picking up more. And then I finally had got my job back at Dairy Queen that I had gotten before I had gotten arrested. And I started paying when I had got my paychecks, because I get paid every 2 weeks at Dairy Queen, right? And then what do you call it? So when I had got my first paycheck from Dairy Queen, I had went straight down to Derek Wyatt's office so I can pay at least some of it. You know what I mean? I mean, I was paying $200. I had already paid $400, but they're saying that I only paid $200, which is a lie. I could show you the receipts right now. Let me find my wallet real quick. It should be in my pants.
I don't need you to show me the receipts, sir. But these cases move along pretty quickly, so you need to be able to pay them before the case gets resolved. If there's a dispute as to how much you've paid, you need to go back to the office and be able to show them the receipts that you have so that they can correct that if there is a mistake. But at this point, they're asking to get off your case because they have not been paid.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you plan to hire somebody else? Do you want a court-appointed attorney? Do you want to represent yourself? What is it that you want to do?
I would like to have a court appointed.
All right. Somebody look up the application and tell me when that was taken.
Yes, Judge. The application was taken 7/21/21. At that point, he was eligible.
Okay, well, that application has already expired because they're only good for 6 months, Mr. Gonzalez. So you will need to contact the Criminal Justice Coordination Office and reapply for a court-appointed attorney.
Yes,
My
ma'am.
staff will give you instructions on how to do that, and you need to do that as soon as possible so that we can get somebody on your case. Mr. Avelar, I will go ahead and grant your motion to withdraw and sign your orders right after we finish with the hearings. Anything further, counsel?
Judge, nothing further from us.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, you may be excused.
Thank you.
My staff, what does he need to do to get his application going?
He will need to call the CJC. I can go ahead and email Mr. Gonzalez that number with some more information, Judge.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
let's take care of that then. All right, Mr. Gonzalez, you may be excused. Just please take care of that as soon as possible.
Okay, yes, ma'am, I will. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're
Let me
welcome.
see who is on iPhone 2? Actually, let me let Mr. Becerra in because we've got the interpreter. Who is on iPhone 2?
Your Honor,
iPhone-
I think that's probably gonna be Mr. Longoria.
Probably,
And-
but I need to see and hear him. Mr. Longoria, if you'll turn on your camera and your microphone.
I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I gotta go to settings.
All right, then for now, mute yourself and we will proceed with Mr. Becerra.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, if I
Thank
may,
you.
I don't know if he's gonna need an interpreter as well.
He is going to need an interpreter if you'll give us a moment. Mr. Becerra, necesito que haga clic en el
El micrófono.
abajo.
Ok. Si me escucha, ¿se
Sí,
escucha? Sí. Ok,
Sí le escucho.
Okay, let's
Gracias.
turn on the interpreter function.
Muy buenos días.
buenos días. Vamos a aprender la función de intérprete para que pueda escuchar todo lo que le dice la juez, todo lo que pase, ¿ok? Sin
Ok.
embargo, cuando esté interpretando, nada más conteste cuando se dirijan a usted.
Ok.
¿Sabe cómo?
Connection, minimum meeting settings. Yes, it's coming.
Okay, everybody pick your language, please.
Okay, sí. Excuse me, Miss Gonzalez.
Yes, sir.
If you want, we can do it in English if you want.
No, we can do it in Spanish. We have an interpreter here, but you have to pick your language. There should be a little icon that says interpretation. You click
Uh-huh.
on there and then it'll say English or Spanish. You need to pick Spanish.
Okay. Okay. Sí.
All right, let's go ahead and call the case. Court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Carlos Becerra, cause number 2020-0C04172. This proceeding is
Muy
being
bien.
heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding
Sí.
the COVID-19 state of disaster, guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. All right. Mr. Becerra, did you hire an attorney for this
Sí, dígame.
proceeding?
Fíjese que no me dijo nada el abogado ni nada, no me dio una carta ni nada, nomás recibí la carta de Miss Julie González, nomás de la court, nomás recibí carta de ella.
Okay. So the allegations on Mr. Bracetta are that he is on probation for DWI .15 as of November of 2021. He has basically done nothing. He tested positive. He's also on federal probation, and he tested positive for THC in April. Mr. Abaceta apparently thinks that that has nothing to do with his state probation, and allegedly said that nobody explained that he couldn't be using marijuana, that he thought the only condition was that he couldn't be drinking. So, Mr. Bereceda, let me tell you now, the conditions of your probation were listed on the documents that were given to you. You are not to be committing any illegal offense, whether you are not to be using any illegal substance, whether it's alcohol, marijuana, cocaine, heroin, whatever it is. Anytime you violate your federal probation, you are very likely violating your state probation. I would suggest
Muy bien.
you get on the ball and start complying with your state probation, or you are going to find yourself in a jail cell once again. Do you understand
no.
that?
Sí, claro que sí. Entiendo, claro que sí.
All right. Who is his officer, Ms. Valverde or Ms. Gandara?
Yes, Your Honor, it's Michelle Valverde with adult probation.
Okay,
To let the courts know, he did test positive on the 28th of April with federal. I did instruct him to go drug test on the 16th of this month, and he failed to go provide a UA for me.
okay. Mr. Becerra, when Ms. Valverde tells you to do something, she is speaking for the court, and you are to do it. Next time you disregard a court order, we're going to be back here and there's going to be some jail days to serve. Understood?
La entiendo. Sí, señoría.
All right. Ms. Valverde, if you'll just keep an eye on him. Actually, what I'm going to do today is assess 15 days in jail as a condition of probation, hold him in abeyance. But if there are any more violations, he will serve those 15 days immediately.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that, Mr. Becerra?
Sí la entiendo, pero una pregunta quiero hacer, ¿verdad? De que yo estoy dando todo lo que ustedes me dicen, nomás
Yes.
fue por un malentendido que entre yo y Miss Malverde no los pudimos comunicar bien, ¿verdad? Y yo le dije que, por favor, si vamos a corte para que mi Julia González me explique y me diga, ¿verdad? Las consecuencias que deben de hacer. Y ahorita mismo me lo está diciendo, pero yo estoy viendo bien todo en mi vida, estoy haciendo todo lo que ustedes digan. Estoy pagando corte, estoy yendo a UA, estoy yendo a las horas de comunidad, me estoy portando bien, tengo la máquina de la troca, me tiene que, esa es mi única troca que tengo, yo salgo todos los días y yo soplo la máquina todos los días. Yo digo que voy bien en mi vida. Eso es nomás un reflejo de mi vida que hicimos un error y pues queremos seguir adelante, ¿verdad? A poder salir
All right.
pronto de
Well, those are the mistakes that get you some jail time, Mr. Becerra. So
If I may,
you
Your Honor,
listen to Ms. Valverde. Yes, ma'am.
he made a comment that these are two different probations and one
We've
officer.
already addressed that.
If he, also I have a concern with the counseling. He is making outbursts during a group sessions. And the counselor the counselor is getting ready to discharge him for interrupting or disrupting the group. So it's not a
Okay.
lack of communication on our part. It's he doesn't like what we're telling him.
Well, that's why those 15 days are there. I don't care whether he likes them or not, Mr. Becerra, you are to comply with your counseling. You are to do what the probation officer tells you.
Claro,
If you get discharged from
Claro que
your
sí.
counseling, that's going to be a violation. And you're going to be serving those 15 days. So
okay.
there's no more misunderstandings. There's no more mistakes. The next time there's a violation, you're going to do the 15 days.
Muy bien,
Understood?
muy bien, mi Julie González.
Okay.
Claro que sí, sí.
Thank you very much. If there is nothing further, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Muchas gracias, mi Julie. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Mr. Longoria, let's get started with you. All right. Court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Sergio Longoria, cause number 2019-0C10957. He does not.
Reference to and in compliance with emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
You are Sergio Longoria?
Your Honor, I think he got
Dropped
disconnected.
out. Yeah, there it is. Okay,
Yeah, sorry about that.
you are Sergio Longoria?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Did you hire an attorney for this matter, Mr. Longoria?
No, ma'am.
All right, so we will proceed without one. Mr. Longoria was placed on probation for DWI .15 in January of 2021 for 2 years. He has made 0 payments, 0 community service payments, performed 0 hours, no DWI school. He did do the victim impact panel in October, and he did TAP in March. He was in lockout from April 13th through May 5th. And then he failed to report April of this year, excuse me, and he admitted to drinking. What seems to be the problem with complying with your probation, Mr. Longoria? Hold on, give me just one moment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry, I had somebody at the door. Okay, what seems to be the problem, Mr. Longoria?
Mm. Well, I just had a lot of problems at home. My suegra got sick. She was at the hospital, and then my daughter got surgery. A lot of a lot of bad news.
Mr. Longoria, you don't seem to understand that if you don't comply with the court's orders, you're going to wind up in jail.
Yes.
If you continue to drink, you're going to wind up in jail. Because you were honest with your supervision officer, I'm not going to assess any jail time today. But if there's another violation, or you don't shake a leg and start getting to work on these payments and on these classes, then you're going to be back here, and that's not going to be pleasant.
Okay.
Are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you need to start making some payments. Ms. Gandare, are there any other issues?
No, Your Honor, there is not. And he is attending his counseling again, Judge.
Okay, good. If he does not improve within the month, start taking the DWI school, start doing some hours, start making some payments, or if there are, then please contact me immediately. If there are more incidents of positive blows or any more drinking, contact me immediately.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Longoria. I don't want to have to see you again.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And everybody else can be excused. We will see you again at 11.